Mathematical language being powerful is its ability to express complex thoughts with relative ease so that most people can understand them. Mathematical symbols are used to refer to certain quantities, concepts, and ideas, among other things. Good day, everyone. Today we're going to tackle the mathematical language and symbol. Did you know that mathematics is called the language of science? According to Italian astronomer and physicist Galileo Galilei, mathematics is called the language of science. The Italian astronomer and physicist Galileo Galilei is attributed with the quote of, "Mathematics is the language in which God has written the universe," which means that Galileo Galilei, or he, perhaps was expressing his understanding of how fundamental mathematics is to our very existence. This ancient saying is never more relevant than today, where mathematics is the key to so much of our modern life. The language of mathematics is a complex and highly abstract kind of expression, which is unlike our usual medium of thought and expression. It also differs from other languages in that it is subject to rules that are designed to make it easier to manipulate. For instance, if a statement is made in mathematical form, then the rules will be followed to ensure that the statements are in harmony with the facts. This introductory section provides useful background material on the importance of symbols in mathematical work. It describes conventions used by mathematicians, engineers, and scientists. This is very close to what we think of as the action of the brain's structures when it comes to performing intellectual acts using the symbol of language. In a sense, the mathematician has been able to create a device that allows him to perform a part of his logical thought without the supervision of the central nervous system. The language of mathematician is an extension of English, which is used in both science and mathematics. It is commonly used to express results of scientific and mathematical procedures, such as theorems, statements, and logical deductions.
What is mathematical language? Mathematical language is characterized by abstraction, symbols and rules, complexity of language, arrangements, coding, and decoding information. Mathematical language is a system used in the field of mathematics to communicate mathematical ideas, concepts, and theories among people. It is distinct and unique from the usual language most people are used to and is used to communicate abstract logical ideas. These are being praised, being concise, and being powerful. Precision of mathematical language means the language is able to make very fine distinction about and between things. Concise is ability to say things briefly. Mathematical language being powerful is its ability to express complex thoughts with relative ease to so that most people can understand them. What is mathematical notation? Mathematical notation consists of using symbols for representing operation, unspecified numbers, relations, and any other mathematical object, and assembling them into expression and formulas. The use of mathematical or notation and symbols along with some straightforward rules enable mathematical operation to be expressed in a logical form and provides of an environment where there is no room for ambiguity of what it is intended. As a result, this math operation and notation are used universally around the globe. Mathematical symbols are used to refer to certain quantities, concepts, and ideas, among other things. The most commonly used is fundamental symbol of operation, the equality symbols, and the equal sign.
So before we proceed to the mathematical symbols, let us first know its meaning and importance. So mathematical symbols are characters that are used to indicate a mathematical relation or operation. It has different types, which are character, graphemes, graphic symbols, and it is also a written symbol that is used to represent speech. So basic mathematical symbols used in math help us to work with mathematical concepts in a theoretical manner. In simple words, without symbols, we cannot do maths basically. The mathematical signs and symbols are considered as representative of the value, which are the basic symbols are also used in maths as used to express mathematical thoughts. So let's proceed with the first mathematical symbol, which is plus, or which is also called addition. So it is the addition of two or more quantities. For example, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Next is minus, which is also called as subtraction. This represents the subtraction of one quantity from another, which can also be explained through 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Next slide, please. So next is the third most basic mathematical symbols that we use, which is multiplication. This operator represents the multiplication of two quantities, which can also explained through 3 times 2 is equal to 6. Next is multiplication. It is same as the first one, but other teachers and other instructors and other mathematical theories have said that we can also use a period one or a circle small thing to represent multiplication, which is same as the multiplication sign, but it is often used in mathematical notations to prevent possible confusion with the letter x. It can be explained through y times x is often written as y times x. Next is division or divide. This is used to indicate that one number is divided by another, which can also be explained through 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. Next slide, please. Next is equals. Its meaning is x is equal to y means that x and y are equal and represent the same value. Next is not equal to. X is not equal to y means that x and y are not the same and do not represent the same value. Next is therefore or hence. This symbol is often used in mathematical problems and mathematical languages, as what my other member mentioned a while ago. It is sometimes used in proofs before logical consequences. Next slide, please. Next is factorial. Factorial of a non-integer n is denoted as n factorial. It is the product of all positive integers less than or equal to n. Next is ellipsis. It indicates omitted values from a pattern, which can also be explained through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ellipses, or also known as etc. in the English subject. Next is indefinite. An indefinite integral does not have any particular start or end value. It is considered as a general formula. Next is summation. It is uppercase summation is used as an operator for summation, and this mathematical symbol is commonly used in calculus and probability and statistics. Next slide, please.
This is the example of mathematical language. The sum of number x and 2 is equal to 12. 9 times a number y equals 18. The sum of 8 and 9 is greater than 1. The sum of a number x and 2 is equal to 12. 9 times a number y equals 18. The sum of 8 and 9 is greater than 1.
So we are on to the next part of the topic, which is variables. So variables are another form of mathematical symbol. These are used when quantities take different values. For example, imagine taking a car journey and think about the speed at which you are traveling. As you travel along, your speed might change. So speed is a variable that is a quantity which we can change. We will also be using letters to stand for quantities like this. For example, we might use the letter V for speed. To a large extent, we can use any letter from the 26 English alphabet, although there will be conventions. We might choose to use D for distance and T for time. By convention, we use U to be an initial speed and V to be a final speed. In a different context, V might refer to volume. We need to check the context to fully understand its meaning. If we see V is equal to D over T, where D is equal to distance and T is equal to time, then we would know that V is a speed. Next slide, please. So the Greek alphabet as a mathematical symbol. Greek letters are used in mathematics, science, engineering, and other areas where mathematical notation is used as symbols for constants, special functions, and also conventionally for variables representing certain quantities. For example, the Greek letter pi, as written pi, is used to represent the number 3.14159. This number continues forever without repeating because it is also said that the digits of pi consist of 31.4 trillion digits. We often use A as alpha, B as beta, and O as theta to represent angles. The Greek capital letter sigma or summation is frequently used to represent the addition of several numbers, and you will see it provided for this purpose on the toolbar of any spreadsheet program. Next slide, please.
So, why is the Greek alphabet used in math? Mathematics requires a large number of symbols to stand the abstract of an object, such as numbers, sets, functions, and spaces. So that use of Greek letters was introduced long ago to provide a collection of useful symbols to supplement the usual Roman letters. Here are the references to our reporting. And that concludes our lesson for today. Thank you for listening.